How's it going, Apex community? Welcome in to another week of solo trials goodness. Yeah, last week was interesting. We've had some really difficult tracks coming through lately. This week's no different. Oilbando barrel roll. That's a tongue twister. It's it's another tough one, but it's I don't want to say it's easy to learn. It is still pretty tough, but I think once you've kind of got a hang of the first section, you're pretty good to go. So yeah, let's jump in and see. I will show you, don't worry. That's what I'm here for. My time, again, it's not the fastest. I don't purport to be the fastest guy at DCL The Game by any means. I like to try and get as close as I can to sort of maybe within like 5 seconds of the pros, is kind of where I like to aim for. Before we do start, big thanks to everyone who joined me last week on Twitch. I'm probably not going to be streaming tonight as of when this goes up, purely because I've been having some internet issues today, so I'd rather get these uploaded for you guys and maybe stream tomorrow, Tuesday this week. It's only going to be grinding anyway, so it's not like the most uber exciting thing for a lot of people, but I know some of you guys like to watch it. I had a good chat with Nate last week, and yeah, it's good to see you guys in there supporting Apex community and just kind of mucking around on Twitch. So this bit here, I mean, the first gate really easy. I mean, if you can't fly in a straight line, what are you playing the game for? But it's the switch, so the left into the right and maintaining those rights. Yeah, so dialing in the feel on the sticks at speed for the left hand flick, and then that, because that's what this is. I mean, all this bit here is a flick to the left before you straighten up and push it round for the right hander. But linking all 3 of these right hand gates, I mean, you can tell already, even at slow speeds, is difficult. There's no two ways about it, and especially on the second lap where you're kind of coming in at a really acute angle to try and attack these gates. I always find the second lap much slower through these gates, purely because first off, I guess you've got more to lose on the second lap if you've really nailed the first lap, but also just the angle of attack is really different. So we'll come to that at the end of the lap. The main thing is really with this, the way I learned it was basically doing what I'm doing here. So running a drill that incorporates like certain sections of the track. So in this instance, we're using this first gate and we're using these gates here. So what I would do is build myself up. So left, round the right, round that pole, back over the top. And it's all right hands as well. So, I mean, you guys know, I keep saying, I'm left turn dominant. So for me, the right hand turns are the most difficult. So this really helped out. There you go, we go through 2 gates, come back through, go left, go through all 3, again, come back through, and it's all right hand turns as well, apart from that first little left hander. So your right hands, your split S is a right hander, but this little drill is what can really help to get you sped up through here. Just bite-sized chunks, little sections. You don't have to go through it fast, you can take it relatively slow, kind of cruise your way through, but then after a while you'll have the confidence to go pretty much full stick through there. I actually went underneath the gate there. But yeah, it's a confidence building thing. Obviously it's you're coming from a long way back, so once you feel like you've got a hang for going through all 3 gates, there you go, I couldn't make the first gate, I shouldn't be playing the game, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, once you feel like you're confident going through those gates, just take it from further and further back every time, and just build it up. That's the best advice I can give you for these, because the flat turns are some of the hardest turns in the game, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. So, just forget freestyle. Don't be going through it sideways or too cattywampus, as they say. just try and keep it as level as you can. A little bit of yaw, feed it in, and that will see you good. Anyway, I think that's enough of these gates. So the next bit, really cut that tight, and then this as well. Again, it's another, hello, rainbow flip. It's that kind of side on, you know, again, and it's right as well. It's another right hand maneuver. So, you know, as you're coming through these gates, and you can't even see where they are now when they're not lit up. So you come around here, just really cut it tight, and again, it's another little spot that you can come up with a little track for yourself. Coming out of there, through here, around here, over the top, back to this gate. You know, like, just play around with it. Little chunks, piece them together. This bit is all about pre-turns. Again, I don't see a lot of people yawing their way through here. It's really just a right left, and again, it's a difficult one to really practice all that much, because once the lights have gone, it becomes quite difficult to see your way around. But I mean, you can kind of, if you take it slowly, you can kind of see where the gates are. Again, I find it really difficult to take some of these gates slowly. So, you know, I'm crashing quite a lot, but I think at speed, it becomes easier, because you're just pre-turn, like, yeah, I'm really not in the flow state right now. But you get the point. That's the main thing, right? As you come through, it's all about just being quick on the sticks. This is really not going well for me. And cutting it as tight as you can. You don't have to worry really about drilling yourself the other way, because that will kind of instill the wrong muscle memory, I think. Oh wow, I'm not having a good day on DCL today, actually. It's been really, I don't know, it's been really bugging out for me lately. There you go, that's kind of good. Up through here, just keep it relatively close to that water tower, and then the drop. The drop you want to keep. You want to keep that really as straight as you can. Sometimes I find myself coming off the throttle as I drop through, just to make sure that I'm not smashing into the floor. Could be helpful for you. I don't know. It all really depends on how you're taking it. You're kind of, again, it's a lot of roll coming out at the bottom of that as well. I don't generally yaw all that much through there unless I kind of really need a snap to the end of my roll. Normally, if I'm snapping at the end of a roll, the way to do that is to yaw in the opposite direction to the roll, and that'll really pull you through, like so. That's where you kind of get your more sort of traditional kind of barrel roll. Anyway, so we come through there again. Just clip this tight. This is an out and out drag, but just beware that coming through this box ramp, you want to keep it low, purely because if you're not low enough that you can see the exit, you're going through there with such speed that you will inevitably, like, you'll try and pull up, and you'll either overshoot like that, or alternatively you will just clatter into the bottom of it, and it will send you up and out the way, because you do have to pull a hairpin around this marker here as you come out the top of this gate. So, you know, keep it as tight as you can. Again, you can sort of afford to rainbow flip your way around there. I don't always necessarily keep it too flat, because at speed, I don't know. I just find the rainbow flip works there because you're already pointing at the ground, which is quite important because it's quite a drop to this gate. And as we said at the start, this is a really important section to really hook up. So if you can dip back down and through that gate, then great. Again, this is really just a case of practice. It's very difficult to nail it and then get back through these gates as well at speed. I often find myself coming off the throttle to sort of float my way down. It's nice to go in between the the flag on the left and the lamppost on the right there, if you can. I can't actually remember where I managed that on my fastest lap, but it's probably the preferred way to do it. We appear to be stuck underneath a train. Help! So yeah, as you're coming out of there, I mean, if you can make it in between those two obstacles, then great. I mean, if not, it's not the end of the world. But it's really about getting that flick back, or that switchback between the two gates. So again, it's probably something that's worth drilling a little. You know, kind of just set yourself. Well, where's the gate? It's over here. Just setting yourself a little course of a couple of gates, and you can see coming off the throttle obviously makes it significantly easier. But yeah, it's a tough section to link together the two laps, so certainly don't be put off if you're struggling to get that hooked up. Anyway, let's see if we can do it this time. Whoa, we overshot that a little bit. Nah, no, okay, never mind. Let's see if we can do a fast lap. I got absolutely no faith in myself here. Came off the throttle a little bit there. Keeping that tight, keeping that relatively tight. Wasn't probably the best I've ever taken that. Okay, that was better. Watch out for the pole as you come through there. That's one thing I probably should have mentioned. That pole is a nightmare. Low. Ah, and there you go. See, even going low through there, you're still running the risk of smacking it. I tell you what though, the addiction's real on a track like this, because it's... See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It is not an easy section of track by any means, and it really should be, because it's just a switchback really between two gates, but you can see as soon as you're out of it and you're not in that flow state anymore, there's a lot to be said for being in the flow state, that's for sure. I'm sure you guys appreciate the talking to you whilst we do it. It's not easy. So the best thing to do, we'll spectate the fastest lap, because I don't think for a second that we're actually going to get a good lap. Hold on, let's go back. Okay, so this is my fastest lap so far. Remember, I have not been grinding, so this may well not be the fastest lap I get all week. You can see we cut that nice and tight. Overshot a little there, snuck it through. I mean, there's a little bit of hunting where we're kind of not quite on course. I look so much slower when you look, like when you watch it back afterwards. Okay, so we did go between the lamppost. Yeah, we definitely came off the throttle there. But again, tighten this up, and you can go full throttle from this point on. Still a little wide over there. Nicer switchback. Still hunting a little off that second set of turns. Dropping through here. I think we were off the throttle by the looks of it. Nice low line. Cut that as tight as we can, and then just power on to the finish. So, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe not the fastest. You know what? I don't actually know what my fastest time through there is. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to see, like, what is the fastest that I've ever done that track in. It could well be 46, to be perfectly honest with you. That's what, just under 6 seconds away from Andreas at the moment in Apex, so kind of on track. If I can shave another second or two off, that would be great. I think Shreds has already managed to beat me, so, you know, game on. But anyway, look, I hope that guys helped. I hope that video helps you guys. As always, if you've got any comments, whatever, leave them below. And yeah, check me out. I'll be streaming on Twitch hopefully tomorrow, internet gods willing. And yeah, check out the Team Trials one. Hopefully that'll be up at the same sort of time as this one. Anyway, look, guys, one thing left to say: fly safe, fly fast, fly Apex. See you in the next one.